views, opinions, and comments expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect or represent the organization, the channel, and its management do not make any warranties on the views, opinions, and comments presented by the show, its host, and the guest. The information provided by the speaker presenter is for general informational purposes only. This channel shall not be held liable to any claims or disputes arising from any expressions or assertions presented by the show, its host, and the guest.
On 24th of July 2023, Drug Enforcement Unit of the Station 2 Baguio City Police Office conducted drug buy-bust operation at Kuya Joseph's Kainan, located at number 77, Purok 9, Pinsao Proper Barangay, Baguio City, that resulted in the successful arrest of Banjo Velo E. Villarosa, aka Pogi. Prior to the buy-bust operation, a walk-in informant with the pseudonym Tinay appeared before this station at about 6:30 p.m. of July 24, 2023 and tipped us on a drug personality identified as one aka Pogi, who is actively involved in the proliferation of illegal drugs in the city of Baguio and nearby provinces. Confidential informant and the target agreed via cell phone call for the amount of 20,000 pesos for one bulto. Confidential informant and the target then agreed to meet at their usual meeting time and place. Acting on the said report, an entrapment operation was then planned. Police Corporal Mangaluz personally coordinated with PIDEA Cordillera Autonomous Region and was given pre-ops control number 120322-0089. Patrolwoman Bernice Paquiaan, the assigned poser buyer, prepared 500 genuine money with serial numbers MS 999999, together with the budol money which was duly subscribed by Prosecutor Katie Peralta, same day. Team Leader Police Captain De Leon conducted a briefing, designated the respective tasking, identified the target, and gave a rough draft sketch of the area of operation. Team Bravo, Perimeter Security, led by Police Master Sergeant Jong Lai with 8 others, will position themselves within the area of transaction for backup. Agreed pre-arranged signal to be executed by the poser buyer to indicate that the transaction was consummated is to drop any kitchen utensil that is reachable. Team Alpha, onboard private vehicle with plate number FJG180. Team Bravo, onboard private vehicle with plate number NIC2418. Upon arrival at the area of transaction, the team immediately positioned themselves nearby the target for immediate response. Confidential informant together with Patrolwoman Paquiaan, acting as poser buyer, spotted the target and introduced her as the buyer. When the target handed a 3 heat-sealed transparent plastic sachet containing white crystalline suspected to be shabu, enclosed with a white face mask, the poser buyer then likewise handed the budol money. Upon checking by the target, the poser buyer immediately dropped the spoon as an indication that the transaction is consummated. Patrolman Dumyong, with the aid of his backup, Police Corporal Igezabal, immediately effected his arrest and apprised his constitutional rights in Tagalog dialect, known to and understood by him as provided for under the Miranda Doctrine. Further, he was also informed that the entire procedure is being recorded using a body-worn camera attached to the jacket of Police Corporal Chua. Patrolman Dumyong conducted body frisking on the target and seized from his possession the following pieces of evidence: 2 medium heat-sealed plastic sachets containing white crystalline substance suspected to be shabu, 3 small heat-sealed plastic sachets containing white crystalline substance suspected to be shabu, 1 lighter, colored green, 2 pieces small cut crumpled foil, 1 piece genuine 500 peso bill money with serial number MS 999999, 5 pieces 100 peso bill budol money with the same serial number 8979056, 19 pieces 1,000 peso bill money with serial number 67548939. Markings, photographs, and an inventory of seized pieces of evidence were conducted at the place of arrest in front of the suspect with the presence of the insulating witnesses as required by law. Prosecutor Catherine Oquendo, media representative from Bombo Radio Baguio, Adrian Rivera, and Barangay Kagawad Apple May Quezon of Pinsao Proper Barangay. Certificate of evidence was likewise checked and signed by them. Seized pieces of evidence were turned over to the investigator in case, Police Staff Sergeant Mervic Claro of Police Station 2. Pieces of evidence were placed in a white envelope. Confiscated drug evidence was separated from non-drug evidence, sealed and signed by the investigator in case, buzzer-buyer, and arresting officer. The chain of custody form was also prepared and signed. Said pieces of evidence were submitted at Camp Dangwa Forensic Unit, Cordillera, for disposition. Mugshots and booking were likewise done, where he was identified as Juan Vanjo Bello E. de Villarosa, aka Pogi, 35 years old, male, married with 6 children, native of Isla Bonita, San Antonio, La Union, and resident of number 69 Purok 7, Honeymoon Barangay, Baguio City. Suspect was accompanied at Baguio General Hospital and Medical Center for routine medical and physical examination, subsequently brought to this station for temporary custody and further investigation. On July 25, 2023, a criminal complaint for violation of Section 5 and 11 of Article 2 RA 9165 was referred before the Office of the City Prosecutor, Katie Peralta, for inquest. The entire operation was recorded using a body-worn camera attached to the jacket of Police Corporal Chua. The BWC was later turned over to the data custodian who extracted the recordings and placed them in a rewritable disk for documentation. After a series of court hearings, on the 8th day of August 2024, a decision was signed by Judge Laika Kamayang of RTC Branch 61, wherefore judgment is hereby rendered against the accused Vanjo Villarosa Bello as follows. In criminal case number 45678-R, he is found guilty beyond reasonable doubt of violation of Section 5 of Article 2 of RA 9165 and is hereby sentenced to suffer the penalty of imprisonment of 12 years and 1 day as minimum to 20 years as maximum, in accordance with the indeterminate sentence to law, and to pay a fine of 100,000 pesos. In accordance with the recommendation of Dr. Cy Queens, and considering that the accused is detained, he shall undergo a jail-based treatment and rehabilitation program.